if you're forecasting a Nuggets dynasty, and again, kind of stupid to do that. We could talk about that as well, but I'm gonna entertain the idea for a second. If you're forecasting a Nuggets dynasty, obviously Jokic, obviously Murray. I think Porter and Gordon. I like those. That's the core four. You need you 10 million % obviously need Jokic and Murray. I think even though Porter was not great in this series, I think you need Porter. Aaron Gordon definitively proved his worth, and making the comparisons with the Nuggets this year and the Warriors in 2015 that I was, kind of as these playoffs were going on, and I kept like scratching my head and squinting and like, are there similarities here? Aaron Gordon, I think in these finals demonstrably showcased that he is the Draymond Green role. Not to say he's the same player, not to say that he's the same value, none of those things, but if you're trying to make like that comparison, I think Aaron Gordon stepped up in a big way and said, like, I play this role for this team, and with that, I am super, super valuable. That that's what they say about Draymond, and that's why I think Draymond, as much as there are rumors swirling that Draymond, I mean, it does feel like Draymond or Jordan Poole, one of them's got to go, and it feels like it's going to be Jordan Poole, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the Warriors cut bait with Draymond. I don't know. It's going to be fascinating. Nothing would surprise me in this league, TJ. I'll just put it that way. In this league, nothing would surprise me. But the thing they always say about Draymond is he's far more valuable to the Warriors than he is to other teams, which is not like a knock on Draymond. It's just that like this roster and the culture they have there and all that sort of thing like elevates Draymond's production. Aaron Gordon is that guy for this team, and I think they need him. Not to say that he's going anywhere or that's in jeopardy, but I'm just like figuring out, like, because as teams continue to have success, and this is true even of the Warriors, is like there is roster turnover. You see Steph, you see Clay, you see Draymond Green, and you're like, this is the same core of guys, but you also look back on their first title and their last title, and you're like, wait a second, the rest of the roster has kind of been flipped over. What happened to Sean Livingston? Where did he go? Where did Andrew Wiggins come from? Like, there are guys that pop up, there are guys that disappear. So as you're trying to flesh out the roster continuity of Denver these next few years, I do think that core four you got to lock in. Now, if somehow along the line you lose Porter, I don't think you will. I think Porter is smart enough to. I don't know what his contract is. I know he's still got a few years left on it. I should probably look that up if we're gonna do the Michael Porter contract. I like Porter feels like a guy who is capable of like exploding, and as bad of a finals as he had big games in the playoffs, and is obviously an immense talent, but I have to imagine that. Hold on, let me pull up his contract. What is his contract?
He's on a 5-year deal.
Yeah, he's still got tons of time left on his contract, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I was getting him mixed up with someone else. Yeah, so he's going to be around, but like he would be the one. Like even if all four of those guys were free agents, which they aren't, the Denver has them tied up. I feel like Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter, like Murray and Jokic are definitely not going anywhere, and the Nuggets will pay they'll pay him $100 million a year if they have to keep him. But the other two guys, even if it came down to it, I feel like winning a championship, being on this team, playing with Nikola Jokic, playing with Jamal Murray, you have two guys in Porter and Gordon who just kind of, if you think on their paths through basketball, I have to imagine both of them are tickled to death to be on this team and have to like appreciate winning and the value of being on a winner and competing for championships and winning championships more so than whatever else might be alluring out there, which I guess we don't even really need to talk about this because they're both under contract, but I'm just a 5-year deal. What's Aaron Gordon's contract? I should have written all this down.
Aaron Gordon has player option in 2025-26.
So he's still got a couple years left. Yeah. But I would like to see both. I would like to see all four of those guys ride it out the rest of their careers.